Hello everybody, welcome back to a new video. Guess what is back, chat? It's currently 5:08 p.m. where I am right now. And the NFL starts at 8:20. It's back, everybody. The official NFL 2024 to 2025 season is back. And you know how excited I am to predict these games. And we're going to get right into it, but I had to really quickly get prediction videos out for you guys because I was way too busy to do predict everybody's schedule and what wins and losses I think were gonna happen. So honestly, I just gave you all my final record predictions. And yeah, some of y'all did like them, some of y'all you didn't. But hey, it's predictions, man. Anything could happen in the NFL. But anyways, guys, we're gonna jump right into this video as the season opener starts in 3 hours and 11 minutes from now. From right now. You know, because I live in Ohio, so. Starting off with the season opener. Oh my goodness, I'm excited for football, bro. It's been such a while. The season opener. The Ravens at Kansas City Chiefs. The Baltimore Ravens heading to Kansas City to take on the stinking Chiefs. This is going to be a really fun game tonight. Obviously, I do not want to root for any of these teams. I hope they tie because, you know, I hate the Ravens and I hate the Chiefs. But, you know, I got to root for the Chiefs tonight just because, I mean, I'm not going to be excited if they win, but, I gotta hope they win tonight because, I mean, it would help the Bengals out here to try to win the division. But, yeah, Baltimore. You know, it's gonna be a really fun night just because I think they're gonna be really good tonight. I mean, even though this is gonna be an Arrowhead, I'm sure the Baltimore Ravens are gonna be running the ball a lot against that Kansas City defense, try to get something going. You know, Lamar Jackson's gonna run and pass, do his thing, but then Kansas City, we're gonna see how Xavier Worthy does tonight. I'm sure he's gonna get some playing time. Hollywood Brown is on the Kansas City Chiefs now and all that. Their defense is always good, or Kansas City's defense is really good. You know, they got Pacheco. They're going to run the ball. It's going to be a fight. It's going to be a fight back and forth. I'm not going to really explain much on how good teams got. But yeah, I'm just going to tell you, because I already know what the NFL teams, players got and what's going on and blah, blah, blah. I already know all that stuff. So, but for the first game, I think I'm going to take... Ooh, this is a hard one. This is a really hard one. But I'm going to have to go with the Kansas City Chiefs to win here. The score, I have 34-31. Kansas City is going to get the W here. They're an Arrowhead. I mean, I know this is a Ravens revenge game from the AFC Championship last year. But you know, it's really tough to beat Kansas City and Arrowhead unless you're the Bengals. Well, never mind. But it's really tough to beat Kansas City in general. No matter if they're an Arrowhead or not. I mean, it doesn't matter where they play. It's going to be a tough game with them. But therefore, I got the Chiefs winning 34-31. For week 1. And then the next game, you got Packers and Eagles. It's supposed to be in Philadelphia, but it's in Brazil. So, a really fun Brazil game. I think, you know, this is going to be really fun to watch Jordan Love and his pieces go at it against a really tough Eagles team. This Eagles team got rid of Matt Patricia and a lot of bad coaches over there in Philadelphia, you know. So, this is going to be a really fight back and forth type game. I think it's going to be a little bit of a challenge for both these teams just to play each other. Because the Packers, I have them being good this year. They're going to be really good. Jordan Love got his deal. course, the Packers found another franchise QB, which is insane, bro. It's insane how the Packers just be finding quarterbacks like that. And then the Eagles, they got Saquon Barkley. They're gonna run it down. They're gonna run him down their throats. They're gonna pass. Jalen Hurts can run. They got the push and tush. But no Jason Kelsey anymore. So that push and tush is gonna be really interesting without him. But we're gonna see how it does. But in this game, I really think the Eagles are gonna win here. We still got to see how the pieces on Green Bay works out. Green Bay's defense should be all right, but I don't think they're gonna stop the Eagles fully. Shoot, the Eagles got Jahan Dotson too. Devontae Parker's there too. He could play. He could play when he's healthy. Paris Campbell. We've seen him play some good games before. The Eagles' wide receivers are stacked. They're just stacked, and they got Kenneth Gainwell. So in this game, I got the Eagles winning a tough game here in Brazil, 28-20. Packers are gonna lose this game. But after that, I think the Packers are going to be really phenomenal of a football team. They might go 10. They might go 11-6. But I had them at 10-7, I believe. So we'll see how that goes. Next game you got the Panthers at the Saints. This is nasty because I do not like the Saints this year. And I'll tell you why. I think Derek Carr, he can play football, but he's older. Alvin Kamara is not getting younger. I like Chris Olave. Michael Thomas is basically he's just not even a player anymore, basically. He fell off. Juwan Johnson can play, but I will tell you something though. The defense on the Saints front is actually really stacked with Chase Young and all them pieces. And I'm excited to see that Saints front. But their secondary and all that, I just don't know how much trust I have in them anymore. The Saints are older. They're going to be going into a rebuild probably either this year or next year. But to me, it's going to be this year because, and Dennis Allen, he's not their coach. I'll tell you that much. So, in this case, Panthers fans, you got to see what you got in Bryce Young. You got Deontay Johnson, Xavier Legette, and Jonathan Brooks. And then there was another guy, I forgot his name. But you guys actually have Adam Thielen still too. And, there's pieces on the Panthers. It's up to Bryce Young now, though. Well, not all of him, but I'm sure this year there's more pressure. There's definitely 100% more pressure on Bryce Young than last year. Because last year was a dookie season, which I don't think they're going to be really good this year either. So many tough teams in the NFL. And I don't think Bryce Young is the quarterback. And I can say that already just because his height and everything. Not being able to run that much. We haven't seen much run play in Bryce Young. So therefore, I don't like the Saints. But I'm going to take the Panthers here. Panthers get a week 1 win, which is going to make their fan base a little bit more happy. The win, 27-16, is going to be the score. Next game you got, Giants and Vikings. Okay. Let's speak some facts. Vikings fans and Giants fans are not feeling this season. Especially after J.J. McCarthy gets injured for the whole year. And that's got to be sad. I was really going to put the Vikings at 9-8, 8-9. If J.J. McCarthy was going to play. Because I actually think J.J. McCarthy made a lot of progress ever since leaving Michigan. They just didn't really... Michigan wasn't really a passing the ball type team. It was more Blake Corum ran by Donovan Edwards and Blake Corum back in Michigan. But, I think he was going to improve in the NFL. He was going to be one of those guys that's going to treat the NFL like college. Not actually, though. Not fully like college, but like treat the NFL like it was like something like it's doable. Because J.J. McCarthy is actually really good. But, coming from a Buckeyes fan, that's kind of rough to say. But, good for Michigan, good for Minnesota. But this year, not good. But, they're going to be starting Sam Darnold. But they do got Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison. I think T.J. Hawkinson was a little bit banged up. But I think he's going to play week 1, too. They got Aaron Jones. They still got pieces. This is honestly the last year for Sam Darnold to prove that he could be a starting quarterback. And then the Giants, their defense should be good. They got Brian Burns, all that stuff. They got Malik Neighbors, obviously. But Daniel Jones, that's going to be a big loss on the Giants. So therefore, I have more trust in Sam Darnold. And trust me, guys, I have a lot of upsets for these games. I have a lot of low-scoring games. I got a lot of high-scoring games. It's going to be all over the place today. But I got the Vikings winning 19-17. I trust Sam Darnold a little bit more than that whole Giants team. So, Sam Darnold, good week 1 win for your Vikings. Next game, you got Patriots at Bengals. Okay, not much to talk about the Patriots. They did get Drake May, blah, blah, blah. But Jacoby Brissett is starting against Cincinnati with a terrible offensive line. And dude's already aged so much. So, yeah, Patriots, this could either be a W or it could be an L because, Cincinnati tends to go 0-2 every single season almost. So, or Cincinnati always starts slow, so. But we'll see. But the big issue here is that I don't even know if Jamar Chase is going to play because he is not getting his contract extension, which is really scaring me right now. I mean, I've been on the news looking. Did he get his contract extension? Yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. I'm a diehard Bengals fan, so it's a little bit rough right now. But even without Jamar Chase or with him, I just think just because him and Joe Burrow buddies, I think he's gonna start. I think he's gonna play week 1. If he plays, maybe he'll get paid more or something type stuff, But even without Jamar Chase or with him, I'm just gonna say if Jamar plays, I think this game is a 34-6 win for Cincinnati. I don't like New England. They're not going to be this good. They're rebuilding. They're not even starting Drake May yet. They're gonna let Drake May watch Jacoby Brissett play first to see what he can learn behind him. And probably not much. He's probably going to learned how to get sacked 20 times. And even if Jamar doesn't play, we get turnovers and stuff. I think the defense of Cincinnati is actually going to be a little bit underrated because we still got some key pieces. We got Von Bell back in that, and he was good when he played in Cincinnati. So, but Chubio Wujier going to Tennessee, I think. I'm not sure. Cut me off if I'm wrong, but yeah, Cincinnati wins 34-6. Next, we got the Steelers and Falcons. Steelers, Falcons. So, Russell Wilson's going to be the starter. Against Atlanta. This is not going to be a good game for Steelers fans because Russell Wilson shouldn't even be a quarterback right now anymore. He's washed. I mean, it's clear. Although he did have an okay season. I don't understand why the Broncos got rid of him. He did have an okay season. But, the Broncos didn't have, all the best pieces either. But, I mean, that's just weird. That's just weird to me. But I can understand why, too, at the same time. And the Falcons got Kirk Cousins. Bijan Robinson's about to get a ton of carries. It's in Atlanta. Kirk Cousins, got that massive deal. But then they got Michael Penix. And I was like, what the flip, bro? What the frick is y'all doing? Drake London, Darnell Mooney. They got, not Bowers. What's his name again? Kyle Pitts. They got, their defense is going to be really sacked this year. I like the Falcons to win this game. With a score of 21-24, I think it's going to be a closer game. For some reason, something tells me it's going to be a closer game. I still think Russ can play a little bit, but he's not going to be as good as Justin Fields. They should have just started Fields off the bat. And then the next game we got Texans and Colts. This is a fire game. Anthony Richardson coming back from injury. He's gonna be hungry for this season. He's either gonna be a bust or he's gonna be Superman himself. And I have him. I'm not gonna lie. I have him tending a little bit closer to Superman than being a bust. I like the Colts offense this year. I like their defense. I like everything about the Colts this year. That's why I have them sneaking in a wild card this year with a 10-7 record. Texans. No need to explain the Texans. They got literally everything on their team. Therefore, I got the Texans winning 35-30. It's gonna be a shootout game, kind of. I like this game because it's in Indianapolis. It's gonna be a shootout game. I think the Texans are gonna come a little bit. I think the Colts are gonna fall a little bit short. So there you go. And then I got. Is this upset of the week right here? Upset of the week. We got the Cardinals at Bills. The Cardinals. Yeah, Marvin Harrison, my boy. He's with the Cardinals now. The Bills losing Stephon Diggs and half of their defense. Yikes. They got Keon Coleman, though. A lot of those players weren't really that good or injured or, on the Bills. So, it's going to be an interesting season, but everybody's going to be calling Josh Allen's name. They got Khalil Shakir, they got Dalton Kincaid, got a good run game still. But I just don't have high hopes for the Bills because you're expecting Keon Coleman and Curtis Samuel to do everything, which they're not going to be able to do. Keon Coleman can, but Curtis Samuel, I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see the Bills this year. But the Bills, you know what? I got the Bills losing here in overtime, 23-26 to the Cardinals. I got the Cardinals winning. Sorry. It's really rough for me to pick the Cardinals, but I really think they're going to be that dark horse football team this year. I think they could. Judging by my predictions, I don't think I have them sneaking in a wild card, but it's a 9-8 record, right? Or is it 8-9 or 7-10? No. I forgot what I had them predicted at, but they could actually sneak in a wild card, whatever it was. I know it wasn't 6-11, but they could sneak in a wild card. This is the team you need to watch out for. Watch out for Arizona. Like Kyler Murray still, they got a couple pieces on the defense, but not all pieces on the defense. The O-line should be better. And the coaching should be a lot more better, too, with John Gannon. So, I got the Cardinals sneaking out a win against Buffalo. It's in Buffalo. It's going to be crazy there. But the Cardinals are going to slip away with the win. In the next game, you got Titans at Bears. Honestly, I got the Bears winning here with a weird score. It's going to be 29-25. I think the Titans are going to be really good this year, but I don't think they're kind of like the Bills for me. The Titans and Bills are similar. I got them both at the same record. They got pieces, but it's not the quarterback play for the Bills. It's quarterback play for the Titans. Will Levis be good? Will he be bad? We'll see. I think he's going to be really good for the Titans, though. So, I got them at 8-9 for now. But if they... it's going to be interesting. This Buffalo Bills team, or this Titans team, it's going to be so interesting. Tyler Boyd, all them weapons are still there. They got a solid D. They got Joel Alt. Did they? Who was that they drafted? They drafted somebody. I think it was Joel Alt. I'm not sure. It was either him or the Chargers got him. But they're actually going to have a decent O-line. They got Tony Pollard, which is, but I like Spears. So, but for now, I believe in Caleb Williams a little bit more. I think he's going to come out swinging. Get some hope for the Bears. 29-25 is going to be the win for the Bears. And good luck, Bears. Yeah. Jaguars at Dolphins. Ooh, Jaguars. I think they took a tiny bit of a step down from last year, not going to lie. Because, they had Calvin Ridley. He was playing super good for the Jaguars. But then the Jaguars also fell apart at the end of the season with Trevor Lawrence getting hurt. Christian Kirk getting banged up and stuff. They lost Zay Jones and Calvin Ridley, but they also brought in Gabe Davis and drafted Brian Thomas Jr. So it's like, what? So they kept Evan Ingram and Christian Kirk. Gabe Davis is a small upgrade from Zay Jones. But, yeah. I think, it's going to be crazy. Because I don't know how can Brian Thomas Jr. be that Calvin Ridley? He's from LSU. There's potential of that. So, and then the Dolphins. I mean, they signed Tua for crazy contract. So, I think I'm going to have the Dolphins winning, though. I think this is an unexpected blowout for some reason. So, I got the Dolphins winning 41-16. Sorry, Jaguars. But, these Dolphins always like to have some explosive blowouts. And then they got to get over the hump in December. Because December football has not been the best for the Dolphins lately, so... yeah. Anyways, next we got the Broncos at Seahawks. Oh, another unexpected game. They got Bo Nix going at Gino Smith. My question for the Seahawks, though, is will Gino Smith actually take that next step? I don't know if Gino is going to take up that next step. It's kind of like a Deshaun Watson situation for me. Will Gino Smith take the next step? I don't think so, but I think this might be Geno Smith's last year with the Seahawks for some reason. I just don't think he's going to take the next step. I mean, he's in a tough division. I mean, he's been a backup for Seattle for a while, and is just now doing great, but will he take the next step? This is the biggest question for Seattle this year. That's all you're looking at this year, Seattle. Everything else is there for you to go to a Super Bowl. It's just Geno... Gino might be ruining your Super Bowl chances. Just saying. But I got an ugly win here for some reason. I got an ugly win because, football is football. You have ugly and good games. But I got the Seahawks winning 13-9. It's an ugly win for them. 13-9. Seahawks win. And we don't talk about it. Next, we got Raiders and Chargers. Gardner Minshew. The Raiders' defense is going to be so good this year. It might even be top 5. I like Gardner Minshew, though. Gardner Minshew is going to be really good for the Raiders. They got Devontae Adams, Jacoby. Everybody keeps forgetting about Jacoby Myers. And then they got Brock Bowers. I mean, weapons are there. The run game's going to be questionable. I'm sure the offensive line is going to be okay. And the Chargers... They robbed the Ravens running backs. They got Jim Harbaugh, lost Keenan and Mike Williams. So, I don't know. They're going to be running the ball a lot, but those guys always get hurt. So, Chargers could be looking at a gloomy season here, which I do have them looking at a gloomy season. And it doesn't help that the Raiders are going to get the win here, 33-23. Yeah, 33-23 will be the score. And... Raiders will win that game. Next up, you got the Cowboys at Browns. Another questionable game. Two great defenses going at each other. Two great offenses going at each other. Well, maybe not too great, because Nick Chubb is going to be seeing some time. Still out of playing football. And Deshaun Watson is a bum. I tell everybody how much I don't like Deshaun Watson. He's a mediocre quarterback now. He's not going to get back to his own form. He's gonna get back to massages, though. Don't worry, Browns fans. But yeah, I got the Cowboys winning here 27-19. I'm sorry, Cleveland. This is going to be a rough year for them. Because, Joe Flacco was actually serviceable and really good for the Browns. I mean, he played just enough for them to win games, which is what Cleveland needs Deshaun Watson to do. But he gets injured too a lot. So, Yeah, sorry, Browns. Cowboys win 27-19. Next up, you got Commanders at Buccaneers. This is a fun game. Kinda. The Commanders, they're kind of looking at a season where it's going to be like, it's good, but it's also bad because new ownership, new quarterback, and Jaden Daniels, you know how LSU quarterbacks are. Looking at Joe Burrow. But, Jaden Daniels played really good for LSU. And the Buccaneers got Baker Mayfield from Carolina. We all thought he was going to be bad. He takes him to the divisional round. What's this mean for the Buccaneers? Buccaneers have high expectations. But the Falcons, I mean, I was so close to playing the Buccaneers at like 11-6 record. I'm not even joking, bro. That's how good the Buccaneers are, honestly. I mean, it's gonna depend on a lot of Chris Godwin too. I think Chris Godwin needs the ball a lot more for them to win more games too. Mike Evans is obviously looking at another 1,000-yard receiving year. He's probably gonna have like 13 touchdowns and like 1,000 above 1,000 yards. So yeah, but yeah, it's gonna be really tough to predict the Buccaneers this year, knowing the Falcons, Panthers have both gotten a little bit of upgrades, tougher schedule for the Bucs. So therefore, I had them at a 9-8 record, but I got them winning here in Washington just because I'm so questioned on that defense, offensive line, and wide receiver room for the Commanders. That's my biggest questions. It's not even QB anymore. They're in a rebuild. I got them winning 21-23. Really close game. But Buccaneers, I believe them a little bit more than the Commanders this year, so I got the Buccaneers winning 21-23. Next up, we got Rams at Lions. Ooh, talk about a great night football game. Talk about a good night football game, bro. Ooh, this is a tough prediction. Matthew Stafford, Puka Nacua is going to have probably more of a phenomenal year than last year. I mean, it's going to be insane. Matthew Stafford really has a big weapon. Cooper Kupp should be better and back. Kyron Williams should have a better season. I like this Rams team. Lost Aaron Donald, though. That's the biggest loss of the season. But, I mean, it is what it is. They drafted someone, I forgot who it was, fill that position. Hopefully he will do at least a little bit more production there. Put some production there at least on the offensive or the defensive part of the thing, because their defense is still questionable. I question the Rams' defense still. The Lions, though, it's Super Bowl. It's Super Bowl time, Lions. The Lions are hungry for a Super Bowl. Will they get it? I don't know. Don't got my Super Bowl prediction yet. But I do have this prediction, and it's going to be a 38-35 win in Detroit for the Detroit Lions. I believe in the Lions. I think they're going to do really well. The Lions, they're going to have I have them winning the number 1 seed, though. So there you go. That's something for the Lions, but will they get past the division or the championship? Who knows? Or divisional round, for that fact. But we'll see how they do. Hopefully they're not like the 49ers of the playoffs. And then the last game you got is the Jets and at 49ers. And okay, I bet Jets fans are confused on how high I am on them for this year. I have them winning the AFC East with a 12-5 record. Now, the only way that can happen is if Aaron Rodgers stays healthy and plays above average. Much more better than Zach Wilson. He don't have to be like, prime Aaron Rodgers, but he has to be at least serviceable. He has to be at least good enough for the Jets. They got Mike Williams, another weapon on the team. Hopefully he can stay healthy, because if he stays healthy, this Jets offense is going to be flying. They're going to be flying like Jets. But I just like the Jets this year, man. Something tells me the Jets are going to have a phenomenal year now. Because Aaron Rodgers is always proving people wrong. And then we got the 49ers. had a crazy saga for extensions in the offseason. Brandon Ayuk, etc. All that craziness. But they got him signed. They got to sign Brock Purdy next year. And Niners fans do not want to think about that. So, yeah. But I have a win for the Jets. You know, Jets deserve it. It's a night game. I have a feeling the Niners are going to lose this game. 31-27. The Jets will win this game. And that is my week 1 NFL predictions. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. So great to have football back. We'll see how. I'll see if Jamar Chase plays this week, y'all. Hopefully. If not, I'm gonna cry. But that's the end of this video, guys. Hope you all enjoyed. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, like button. Thanks for all the support. And I appreciate every single one of you for subscribing and liking the videos that I make. And yeah, thank you all so much. We're almost at 200. So hit that subscribe button. And we'll see y'all next time. Peace out.